Hello, everybody. Good evening. Rose Thorn here. So today I am doing a react to two different things revolving around Foodie Beauty. The first is a community post that she did today, and also something she posted on Twitter. So for those who are not on Twitter, I will tell you that Twitter is essentially the Wild West. Twitter is crazy. Man, it is the Wild West on Twitter, just people going back and forth, back and forth. Well, Miss Chantal, for the longest, she was not on Twitter. Then she decided she wanted to hop on Twitter for the purpose of advertising the Beezer Show and also advertising her OnlyFans, and also to set up the tip option of her account. Like, she made sure that even on Twitter, there was a way to send her money. Well, she posted a tweet saying, "I hate Twitter." Well, guess what, Foodie? Twitter is not your VIP chat. People on Twitter are going to be bluntly honest. They're going to be bluntly honest, and they're going to tell you how they feel. You can't delete the comments. You can't block people because this is Twitter. You know what I mean? People are going to give you all kinds of truth. And if you post something like that, well, then it's fair game for anybody to say what they want. So I'm going to show you guys some of the replies to her post of "I hate Twitter." And her community post where she was just showing herself looking all weird. Let me go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see. Like I said, you know, Twitter's the Wild West, man. People do not play here. It's not for the faint of heart. You know, unless you got the stomach, don't come on Twitter because people will let you know all kinds of things you don't want to know. So yeah, there's the poster saying, "I hate Twitter." Well, she got a bunch of replies to that. Oh, oops, sorry. Let me go ahead and click on the post so you guys can see all the replies that people put. Let's see, where are the replies? So there's my reply at the top because I just commented. I said to her, "You hate Twitter because people are way too truthful here and you can't take it. This isn't your VIB chat. We won't co-sign on your BS. Don't like it, leave. Hashtag bye Foodie." Yeah, you know what? It's so funny because how many times have we heard Foodie say on her channel, "If you guys don't like me and if you don't like my content, why are you even here? Just go ahead and leave." Well, the same could be said about you and Twitter, Foodie. If you don't like Twitter, if you don't like hearing the things that people have to say, why are you on Twitter? Get off of Twitter. Leave. If you don't like it, if you can't handle it, get off of Twitter. This is not your VIB chat. We will not sit there and hug you if you don't deserve a hug. We are not going to curtail our words because you're so thin-skinned you can't take any criticism. If you can't take criticism, you have no business being on Twitter, period. Eerie Pepperoni says, "You are trash." Bubble Butt Booty Meat Jones says, "Nader likes Dee Dee more than you." Actually, you know what, Bubble Butt? Here's a more truthful statement. Yes, Nader does like Dee Dee more than Chantal, but you know what Nader likes more than both Dee Dee and Chantal? Money. That's his first love, is money. He loves money. He loves money, so therefore he runs around with people like Dee Dee and Chantal. If he could marry money and make money his wife, he would. Sen says, "Hate you too, B. Deactivate your crappy account then." Exactly. We don't like you either. What are you doing on Twitter? We're not going to hug you. We're not going to suck up to you. Why are you on Twitter? Go away. Chantal's deleted comment says, "Don't worry. Feelings mutual." Exactly. You don't like us. We don't like you. So we're both on even ground. This is interesting. Says, it absolutely hates you. Give your cat some fresh water and food. I Second that. Instead of running around on Twitter, running around on your community post, running around with Nader, take care of your pet, Chantal. I hope you cancel that HelloFresh subscription. You're just wasting food and wasting money. Start buying some pet food for your cats and start taking care of them, or else give them to somebody that will take care of them. Is it Nemesis? Says, then delete your account. Just like you tell your viewers, if you don't like it here, leave. No one is forcing you to be here. Nope, nobody's forcing Foodie to be on Twitter. But the only reason why she made a Twitter in the first place was to advertise the Beezer show, to advertise her OnlyFans, and set up the tip option. You know, even on Twitter, trying to find a way to make money on freaking Twitter. What a gluttonous fool she is. Even on Twitter, trying to make money on Twitter. As if she doesn't make enough money. Chantal's deleted comment says, what did Nader do to tick you off, princess? Oh, he ain't probably giving her none. That's why she's mad. You know, like I saw the stream that she did earlier today with Nader. He looked like he was effed up, like he was drunk or something. And imagine that. Imagine being a woman that you plan on spending the day with your guy. And before you even get started, he's already drunk, on edibles, something. That's how the date day is starting out. Like the guy that you're wanting to spend time with, he's messed up, you know, and yet she was running around with him anyway. Future Bucky says, Nader hates being seen in public with you. Yep. And that's probably why he was effed up, because he didn't want to be seen in public with Foodie. And maybe he was anticipating what he would have to do with Foodie later that he wasn't looking forward to. Future Becky says, as an aside, this hat would probably not pair well with a sundress. You have terrible taste. I know that looks terrible on her. It does. I mean, it's not winter. That just looks like a winter cap. Why are you wearing a winter cap in summer? Carol says, then get out of here. I'm telling you, people on Twitter, they are direct. They don't pull punches, man. They do not spare your feelings. You know, sometimes it can get real vicious, but sometimes it's really funny. And this time it is funny. More people saying the feeling is mutual. Oops, sorry. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's see. Back. People laughing at her. Kelly says, I'm sure Twitter feels the same about you. Oh, yes. Mama of Steel says, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Sad to think we are all just watching and waiting for your crash and burn. Well, you know, everybody thinks that the crash and burn is going to happen soon, but it just doesn't seem to happen. You know, she just keeps bouncing back. Let's see. People say, we don't like you either. That emoji is great. Red sequins. Oh, that's so good. Red sequins. Oh, that's so good. Hold on. Let me turn off the notifications for Discord. That's going to get noisy in my stream. I apologize. I thought it was turned off. Let me fix that real quick. It's just turning off the noise. Hold on a minute. Sorry, guys. I thought it was off. My bad. Okay, cool. But yeah, that gift is just, that's everything. Her crying. Those fake alligator tears. Natter. Yeah, pretty much. Melody says, why? Because people say the truth about you? Yeah, she doesn't like truth in any capacity. So why she is on Twitter, I don't know. Because we're not going to lie to her. We're not going to co-sign on her nonsense. We're not going to kiss her butt. So why be on Twitter? Twitter is the Wild West. I mean, it's you know, the Hatfields and McCoys here. It's, you know, like gunfights and breaking out in the saloons, all that. Let's see. We don't like you either. Let's see. Mike H says, America doesn't claim you, nor should we. She's got a hatred for America. But you know what, Foodie? Listen, if you hate America so much, quit YouTube, girl, because YouTube is an American company, and that's how you make your money. You know, you crap all over America at any given opportunity, but just remember, YouTube is not a Canadian company, it's an American company. So you should be saying thank you to America for having an American company where you can make a living and live the miserable lifestyle that you do. I made this for a dream, says Chantal. I'm behind on your videos. Did the essay really happen or not? No, it didn't. She said in a few live streams that she lied about it. She exaggerated the claims. That's all you need to know. She's a big old liar. Chelsea says, I mean, logging off is always a good option. What sucks is there's no better place for self promo. Yeah, she could always log off Twitter and get off Twitter. Stop all this bitching. But she just wants attention. Voice of Reason says, no, you hate reality. Yeah, reality and truth walk hand in hand. She doesn't like reality and she doesn't like truth. You know, like she blocks reality and truth anywhere getting close to her. You know, reality, we don't know her, don't want to know her. Truth, don't want to know her either. Delusion, yeah, she keeps that one close. Jan says, you get bodied every time you log on. Never had a clever comeback in your life. Twitter 100, Foodie 0. Yeah, Foodie, listen, you suck when it comes to dragging people. You suck when it comes to comebacks. So Twitter is not the place for you. We've seen your attempts at trying to drag people. We've seen your attempts at trying to do a reaction video. You suck at it. You might as well just stop. If you don't know how to drag, and if you can't come back with any snappy comebacks, Twitter is not the place for you. We're not going to hug you on Twitter. You know, we're gonna keep throwing the dirt back at you. You want a hug box, go to your YouTube channel. But once you step off your platform, once you step out of that pasture and onto the field beside that pasture, it's gonna be a whole different story. Let's see. No More Nasty says, everyone hates you. Imagine how ashamed Grams must be. You chose a crackhead and drug addiction over the woman that raised you. Well, life is about choices, and your choices determine your happiness or your unhappiness. And she literally chooses unhappiness. Jamie L says, no, you hate reality, smacking you in the face. Yeah, she doesn't like that. She does not like that. Halloweeny says, oh, hush, fraudulent booty. I love Twitter today. I don't like you, Twitter, when you guys are posting those 2 revealing pictures of Foodie. I just want to knock y'all upside the head for that. But today, I like you. For this, I like you. Sarah Kate says, and the world hates you. Low-life scum making light of issues that aren't in your country. Get a life, scumbag, waste of skin. See, I told you, Twitter, man, they don't pull any punches here. No More Nasty says, how long before you claim SADV again because the chunky junkie princess didn't get her way? Nader hates you. Didi really hates you. They love your money and stupidity, though. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. The fact that she just can't buy, of all the money in the world that Chantal has, is she can't buy one single clue. She doesn't want to buy a clue, though. She wants to remain clueless and keep on with this arrangement. She doesn't want to stop. Okay, next. Emery says, Chantal hates Twitter because she's a coward. Chantal also hates open chats for the same reason. Yeah, she doesn't like open chat because that's the Wild West. You know, people come in, people troll her. But another reason why she doesn't like open chat is because those people that are coming in, not all of them are VIBs. You know, you got those poor peasants that are coming in, and how dare they talk to Chantal without paying her? Even though some of them might be people that watch her videos, and by watching her videos, they're putting Google AdSense money in your pocket. If you're not putting that extra $5 in her pocket, you're just a poor peasant that she's looking down her nose at. Yeah, she doesn't like open chat and she doesn't like Twitter. Little Nomi says, I've never seen someone do everything they can and make people dislike them like you do. Get off the internet. Yeah, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you're staying in the kitchen and it gets hot, don't complain about the heat. That's all there is to say. That's all there is to say. Jenna says, you're not a good person. You're a garbage human. Yep. Harley says, why don't you delete your Twitter account? While you're at it, get your hate spewing butt off YouTube while you're at it. You can stick your thoughts on America straight up your butt. Yeah, I agree. She's completely ungrateful. She works for an American company. Her and Pete, they speak on America, even though they don't live here. It's like, if you're going to speak on things in your own country, not on another country where you have not lived before. You're not part of a country. Don't speak on issues that have nothing to do with you. Jay says, if only you hated yourself for the absolutely disgusting excuse for a human being that you are, not to mention the ignorance that pours from your black soul. What soul? Foodie has a soul? I rather like to think that she's soulless. She's like just a dark void. You know, she's like a black hole in space. You know, all the lights and everything goes in and nothing comes out. That's how I look at Foodie. Like, if I could compare to her to anything in the universe, it would be a black hole. Like, everything goes in and nothing comes out. Nothing good. Everything gets absorbed and pulled towards the center. So yeah, Twitter was letting her have it, man. They were. That's what you get, Foodie. That's what you get for being on Twitter. We're not going to be nice to you, nor should we be. You suck. What else we got here? Come on, give me some deliciousness here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go to the community post. All right. So I just wanted a good laugh before we get into this community post. This was done 8 hours ago. So Foodie did this 8 hours ago. Y'all take a look at that picture. Take a look at it. Now, keep in mind that the night before, she did a 6-hour stream where you could tell she was 4 sheets to the wind. She was hammered on alcohol, perhaps, and edibles, and whoever, maybe other things besides that, don't know. But here she is the next day, and I don't know if she took something before taking this photo, or maybe there was something going on inside of her, like left over from the night before. But y'all, look at this. Look at her pupils. They are pinned. They are pinned. Foodie, what did you take to make your eyes look like that? She looks like she's, you know, her look scares me. Her look is frightening me. Her post says, hi, I'm in Montreal today. Wore the same shirt last time. LMAO. Will be live later today. You know, why are you bragging about wearing dirty clothes? I don't understand that. Are you doing that to tick off the haters? See, help me, Foodie. Who's going to be affected by you wearing dirty clothes but you? I mean, if you're wearing a dirty piece of clothing, the only one that's going to smell you is you or anybody that gets around you. We reactors are not going to smell you. The audience is not going to smell you. So you putting it out there that you're wearing the same clothes, the only one that's going to be affected by that stink is you. So what? You took this photo to say, yeah, I'm wearing dirty clothes again. Okay, so you're wearing dirty clothes again. What do you want us to do about it? So let's go on to the comments and see what the people have to say, because they were not nice either. Dang it. All right, I'm trying to get to the post. Where is it? All right. There we go. Just took a minute to get to it. Whatever Waffle says, those teeny tiny pupils match the overall train wreck of a look perfectly. Bravo. Only thing missing is a Jafar engagement ring. Come on, Chantal. If you sell all Pete's organs, you will definitely have enough to finally buy your soulmate's true love. You know what? The fact that she's driving, that she's on the road, and her pupils look like this, That's the most unsettling thing, not her expression. The fact that she's got something in her system that is making her eyes look like that, which tells me that she's not driving sober, which is dangerous, distracted driving. That's disturbing to me. It'd be one thing if she were at the house and if she wanted to be effed up, fine, you're at the house, you're a danger to no one but yourself. But she's getting behind the wheel of a car and she's going to Montreal. That's a very long drive. So, Foodie, come on. Really? You're going to drive this way and you're so proud of yourself? For real, for shame, man. Flying meows. I guess the reason she's so desperate for money now is because she's using it all on gas. Love that for you, Chantal. Yeah, so everybody knows the price of gas has gone up. I know here in California, the price of gas is like $6 a gallon, but I've heard that in Canada, the price of gas is $10 a gallon. And there she is running back and forth between Ottawa and Montreal. And she is dropping some serious coin on gas just to go see Nader. It's ridiculous. But you know what? If she wants to run through her money that way, that much faster, I love that for her. I I I hope we get a live stream one day, and because she's so stupid that she's not putting money into her car, that it's going to happen. It's unavoidable. She's going to run that car ragged and end up on the side of a road or somewhere stuck. And the funny part is that she's got two men in her life. She's got Pete's and she's got Nader. And if something happened, if she were stranded somewhere, neither one of them could help her. Neither one of them drive. Neither one of them have a car. So she's supporting these two men, and they would be completely worthless in a situation like that. So there might be a moment where she's streaming and the car breaks down and she's stuck on the side of the road for a few hours. That's going to make for a good rage stream, though. Dark Tin 2 says you made light of a mass school shooting while drunk and high. This is the last straw now. If this channel is not terminated after this, then that is just absolutely vile. Prayers for the victims and their families. Yeah, the 6-hour stream that Chantal did, she was completely out of pocket. Completely out of pocket. She said really, really vile, disgusting, offensive things. And my heart goes out to anybody that was listening to Chantal last night and you were triggered or made upset by Chantal, because the things coming out of her mouth were just outrageous. And she could have got up and she could have made a community post apologizing to everybody or doing an apology video, but she didn't do it. Instead, she posted this post of bragging going to Montreal to go see Nader. But to give a brief recap of what happened, this got everybody so outraged. She said that the song Pumped Up Kicks is the new anthem for America. And for anybody who's not aware, the song Pumped Up Kicks is about a school shooting. Yeah, Foodie went there. She actually said that. I didn't watch the entire stream. I saw bits and pieces. I was waiting for her to finish so I could react to the video, or at least whatever I could react to. She played a lot of copyrighted music, and I was just wondering, how am I going to handle this? And then after she got done, she deleted the stream. And I've yet to find a copy that I could use for my channel. But on top of that, she also did something else that made me go, what? So on top of disrespecting those grieving families, after, by the way, if y'all recall, she ticked people off because she made her community post showing a grieving mother, showing a picture of the grieving mother, and people were like, this is distasteful, you shouldn't be doing this. And she was like, oh, my heart goes out to these people. Well, how much heart do you have if in last night's stream you were saying the things that you were saying, Foodie? You're trying to come off as a good person and apologize, but then you're making comments like that about the tragedy. What's wrong with you? But another thing that made me go, what? She disrespected the rap artist Tupac Shakur. Yeah, she did. Uh, I am not heavy into rap. I listen to all different kinds of music, but Tupac Shakur was a very talented person. He was a poet, and she actually disrespected Tupac Shakur. And she had this to say. Let me see if I can pull up my Twitter, because I captured this link. I want to show it to you. I clipped this before she got rid of it. Okay. I made sure to clip this before she got rid of it. I'm going to show it to you guys. Like, I grabbed this clip and I took it in a VideoPad video editor and got the music out so you guys can hear. So let me just play this for y'all.
Guaranteed, Tupac was fucking abusive as fuck. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, Tupac was fucking abusive as fuck. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, Tupac was fucking abusive as fuck. Guaranteed.
You know, I don't know why she went out of her way to be so foul. I mean, Tupac, he's been gone for quite a while. He was a very talented man. But she's sitting there speaking on somebody that she never knew, never talked to. She probably doesn't know a whole lot about the man. He's been gone for a very long time, but throwing disrespect on Tupac Shakur. And even as someone that I'm not heavily into rap, I respect the man for being creative, for being talented, for being a poet. Some of his music is really great. So why are you throwing disrespect on Tupac Shakur, Foodie? Why? And how do you know anything about Tupac? How do you know he's abusive? I don't think he would be. I think you're just making assumptions on what you think somebody is because of who you're with at the time. But you're making assumptions on other people based on people that you're hanging out with. Not all people are pieces of garbage like Nader. You know, just because you chose to attach yourself to a low-level subhuman doesn't mean all other men are that way. You know, you got very talented, intelligent, well-spoken, creative men and women out there. You know, you may not know them, you may not talk to them, but they exist. Tupac was one of them. He was something special. So, next comment. Proper Roman woman says, "Is this the baby soft skin you tell us about? Couldn't wipe off yesterday's eye makeup either." Yeah, she looked a mess. And by the way, Proper Roman woman, I know where you took your name from the movie Eat, Pray, Love. In that one scene when they were talking about what a proper Roman woman is. That was a great movie, by the way, the Eat, Pray, Love movie. My Inspiration says, "Those poor mammals at the aquarium are going to be shook when they see you and Nads." You know what? I don't even think they made it that far. Because the stream that she did today, Nader was not his usual self. He was talking real slow. I was watching the stream through Gary Unfiltered. He was on something. I couldn't tell if it was alcohol or edibles or both, or maybe the fungi. I don't know what he was on, but he was not all the way sober. As she says, epic, drunk, toxic live stream in the making. Just a question of days. Yeah, it's coming. We know it's coming. Slap Happy says, deflection pick in hopes that people will attack her looks so she can throw it in your face and avoid the real issues from last night. She was right about manipulating her beezers. It works every time. Yeah, she's the master of deflection. You're mad at her for one thing, she will create a deflection point, something else you're going to be mad at. And while you're being mad at the second issue, you'll forget about the first one. I'm telling you, Foodie's not stupid. She knows how to mess up people's heads. She knows how to play the game to get money and to keep this whole drama thing going. Random Nothing says, this photo is evidence enough she drove there last night. Lack of makeup and crusty makeup from last night, wig all messed up and no clean clothes on. She was in a hurry, drunk driving there. Prove me wrong. Edit. Look at all the glitter all around her face and wig from not washing or showering or even brushing the wig out. Look at the crusties in her eyes, and she wants us to believe she went there today. Well, you know what? As far as the crusties around her eyes and all that, that could be Foodie at home. You know, she's she's not any cleaner at home. You know what I'm saying? She's dirty at Nader. She's dirty at her house. So you know, there's no level of cleanliness to be found with her. RP says, how come Nader isn't allowed to go clubbing with Dee Dee or sleep with her, but you're allowed to talk about meeting guys in car parks and invite people over to your house? That's because Nader don't care. If Foodie sleeps with other guys, he's like, good. That's one less thing I have to do with her. Real Sugar says, Nader moves into the apartment you are paying for on June the 1st. I bet you are super excited to have him all to yourself, huh? LOL. I truly hope you get married because there are no two people on earth that are more meant for each other than you. So I guess that's the rumor. That's the speculation that maybe she got an apartment. We're gonna find out because if he gets a place, eventually he's gonna have to stream from the place, and we'll know by the difference in background, won't we? If he starts streaming in a different location that's not Dee Dee's kitchen, then we'll know something's up, something happened. And if that happens, Pete's better be sweating. He better be getting nervous because if Nader gets his own place, you know Chantal's gonna be trying to move in as quickly as possible. And if she does that, bye bye, Pete's. You're gonna be a thing of the past. And next comment. Let's see. Mizo says, when is Nads going to make an effort to come to you or take you away for the weekend or even pay out money to treat you? He is earning not just from YouTube now. So, oh, that's right. He won't because he leeches what he can off you. Literally all you are good for in his eyes. Remember that. You are nothing more than a commodity to him. Yeah, you know, he's never going to do anything for Chantal. Never. That's the deal. She's going to do forever for him, but he's not going to do anything for her. He is benefiting from this whole thing with Dee Dee and Chantal. He's benefiting 100%. Dee Dee and Chantal, they're not benefiting from this dude. He doesn't bring anything good to their worlds at all. See, I just want to look at Dee Dee and Chantal and go, okay, so you're helping this guy out. How is he helping you out? Like what, how does this benefit you? Because I don't see anything. I don't see one single solitary thing. But these two women must be thirsty and desperate because despite the fact they're not getting anything from him, they put up with it month after month. Magulator says, insane elation. So you must have gotten full custody of your master today. Are you moving him into the new trap you funded? Tell us, was the whole buy story you told us an attempt to entrap new victims to play games over at the new place? My thoughts are she has a habit of whatever guy she's interested in, whatever they want, whatever they find desirable in a woman, whatever traits they may want that woman to have, Chantal will put on those traits like you're putting on a coat. She will adapt that persona and she will be somebody she is not just to get that man's attention, affection, and love. But she is not being her true self by doing that. So let's just say a guy falls in love with that fake persona. Well, he's not really falling in love with her. He's falling in love with the fake version of her. She has yet to find a guy that will love her for her, all of her. Like she's on an impossible quest. She wants a guy to put up with her in all of the vile, toxic, vulgar things that are her. And yet she wants the guy that she's with to be the complete opposite, you know, clean, nice teeth, blah, blah, blah. You know, she's looking for Mr. Picture Perfect guy, but yet she's not a woman that a man would be proud to take home to mother. So, but Nader, obviously, he likes to participate in swinging lifestyle, and whatever woman he's around, he expects her perhaps to be with other women. So now all of this sudden talk about, oh, I'm bisexual. No, you ain't, Chantal. No, you ain't. Don't make me get on my soapbox. No, you're not. You're not a bi woman, and I find it offensive that you're claiming to be that which you are not and you will never be. You are into men. You're not about chasing women. Whatever your sexual identity is, you don't put it on like a coat and take it off at will. It's just part of who you are. And you should think about that. Maybe the reason why you're alone is the fact that you don't have an identity. You don't know who you are. You're not a boss bitch. You don't take care of yourself. You don't take care of anything around you. You are a mess. And people, when they're going out in the world looking for a partner, they're not going to hook up with somebody who's got issues and things they got to work through. And there's a lot of work to be done. Anybody looking at that would say, this is just too much. Like I would spend all of my time trying to halfway fix up this person. I just don't have the time and energy for that. You need to put the work in and take care of yourself. Don't expect someone to wave a magic wand like Tinkerbell over your head and fix you. That ain't going to happen. You got to fix yourself. Nobody else can fix you. Only you can fix you. Louise says, you're on your best behavior at Dee Dee's. You can't just leave all your stuff there. So you have a reason to go back, like you did with BB, Roman, and Nader. We know Dee Dee won't let you leave a thing in her condo. Yeah, that's something else with Chantal. She plays those little female games of trying to lay claim to her property, trying to claim her territory, try to do something to where she's always got a reason to call and a reason to come over. Oh, I left this and that at your house. And she does that because she wants to talk to whoever is there. Yeah, but Dee Dee's not going to fall for that. Dee Dee's a woman, and I'm sure she's well aware of your game, Chantal. So you trying to leave stuff over at her house just to have a reason to talk to Nader. I'm sure she's caught on to that. She's not going to let that happen. Dee Dee's Eggy Vag says, Pete was claiming that Nader did in fact SAU. You're even lying to your best friend. Yeah, listen. Pete lives in the house with Chantal, but Pete is so under her control that I'm absolutely certain that she tells Pete what she thinks he needs to hear. She's not about telling him the truth. Like she came on camera in those live streams saying that she exaggerated the claims that didn't happen. But do you know why she would go to Pete and tell him that those things did happen to her? Because she likes men fighting over her. She likes the feeling of Pete and Nader fighting over her. Think about it. Nader and Pete don't live together, but they hate each other. Why do you think that is? It's not just because they're both on equal ground. They're both leeches to Chantal, because they are. But you got to know that Chantal's over there running her big fat mouth to Nader about Pete's, and then going home and running her mouth about Nader to Pete's. And because of that, they hate each other. I bet you anything that if you took Chantal out of the picture and you put those two men in a room and you told them to talk to each other and discuss things, they would both find out a lot of lies that Chantal's been telling. They may not come out of that room as best friends, but they will kind of figure out that they've both been played. Like all the hate that they might feel for each other, Chantal's mainly to blame. I'm sure they'd still walk out with some misgivings towards one another, but they would understand that the center of all that drama is Chantal's fault. A says, wasting gas to go pay Nader and Dee Dee and then get kicked out. Yeah, I love that for her. Yeah, that's what happened the other night. She went prepared. She grabbed her green and she went to the liquor store and she ran all the way to Montreal, and then they basically kicked her butt back home and said, nope, Dee Dee's not having it. Nope, go home. So she was up for 6 hours yesterday, doing a very offensive live stream, saying a whole bunch of really offensive things. Charlie says, best wishes. Having a kept man isn't for everyone, but with the support of your VIBs, he'll be well cared for. Yeah, because they're the ones paying for him, not Chantal. She ain't working. The VIBs are paying for Nader, and they're paying for Pete's too, and Dee Dee. Sober says, this is getting ratioed so hard. Love that for you. Read the room. You're getting ready to lose it all. Can I just share a thought with y'all about Chantal's recent actions? You know, because I've got some thoughts. Sometimes when I watch Chantal, I get the sense that she literally has just given up on herself and her life. That she knows that in order to turn her life around, that would take a tremendous amount of work and effort for a very long time, and she just doesn't want to commit to it. And she knows that Nader is just around for the money, but there's nobody else around that's a better alternative. And lately, with the live streams that she's been doing, like the one she did last night, I actually seriously, honestly wonder if maybe she does want to lose her YouTube channel. Like there's a part of her that just wants to get off the roller coaster. And she's lashing out in hatred because she wants YouTube to take her channel. I mean, I just wonder about that stuff. I mean, she's going out of her way to be incredibly offensive. Almost like she wants YouTube to pull the plug. Like, I dare you to do this. I dare you to do this. I know it doesn't make sense because YouTube is her entire income. I get that. But it's just, it's like she's deliberately pushing and poking for that to happen. You just have to wonder about things like that. Like, why is she just going out of her way to be so incredibly offensive? Number one fan says, breakdown arc incoming. One day it's going to happen. She's going to be stuck on the side of the road with no money to pay for those car repairs and no money to buy a new car. Andrea Loves Cats says, quote from Foodie that Nader said to her, spur of the moment, wow, you're really beautiful, huh? Proof he is a grifter. Linda says, I bet she left the cat hungry. I bet she did too. And I gotta block that out of my mind because if I sit there and think about it, I'm gonna get really upset and there's nothing I can do from my end. I will just pray for him. That's all I can do is pray. There's a lot of people talking about the things she said last night revolving around uh, the school shooting. And I don't want to read those out because they might trigger people, but you guys can stop and read those comments yourself if you'd like. Clara A says, is it something to be proud of, not changing your clothes? I admit sometimes I wear the same thing a few days in a row, but I change my underwear daily and shower, and I don't brag about it. Well, Chantal is all about being filthy and bragging about being filthy. Here we go. Panda Punch says, according to Google, pinpoint pupils are not a disease on their own, but can indicate an underlying medical problem. Anyone experiencing pinpoint pupils with no apparent cause should go see a doctor as soon as possible. Many of the causes of pinpoint pupils are serious medical conditions, such as opioid dependency. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not someone running tests on Chantal. Therefore, I will not diagnose her. But I do know that having pinpointed pupils it's not normal. There's something behind that. Linda says, I don't get it. She could have stayed the weekend at a motel. Instead, she wastes money on gas to drive a total of 8 hours back and forth. Cautionary tale, folks. This is your mind on drugs. Yeah, burning through all that gas money for what? I mean, I just don't get it. You have to wonder if the reason why she's running back and forth to Montreal so much is because they are apartment hunting. So if she's looking for a place for Nader and possibly herself, yeah, she is going to make those frequent trips for right now just to kind of lock down the deal. So we're all just waiting to see, is he going to get a new place or isn't he? We'll find out in a few days. Louise says, "You shot yourself in the foot, didn't you? Nader wanted to move in with you. You kept leading him on, taking him to house viewing. Then Nader finally realized you will never leave Pete's. So he packed up and moved in with someone that actually cares about him. Now you're doing 5 hours round trip multiple times a week." Well, you know what? To be fair, though, I think the reason why he moved in with Dee Dee, it wasn't about, oh, I just because I care about her. It's because the boy could live there rent free. He set it up to where he benefited. He's got Dee Dee they could live with and, you know, free room and board. Then he's got Chantal's stupid self giving him money. I mean, everything works completely in his favor. I don't see any benefit to Chantal or Dee Dee in this arrangement. But he's a selfish grifter, and they're all about, it's got to benefit me, and I don't care if it benefits somebody else, it's got to benefit me first. So yeah, he moved in with Dee Dee, but I feel it's because he could move in and, not pay rent. Litton Kitten says, "Tell us again what our national anthem should be. Come on, coward." Yeah, that comment about the United States, Chantal, you were completely out of pocket for that. You are completely out of pocket for that, ma'am. And by the way, can we talk about that a minute? You getting effed up on alcohol or any kind of chemicals and then saying those offensive things. You cannot sit there and blame those hateful things on the chemicals you take, because there's lots of people that drink or do chemicals and they don't act or talk that offensively. There's lots of people that are happy drunks. There's lots of people that are mellow drunks that get wasted. And the kind of stuff you said last night would never pass their lips. And you said that kind of hateful stuff while you're sober. So you cannot use alcohol or any other chemical as a shield to say, that wasn't me, that was the alcohol, or that was the edibles. No, ma'am. No, you're just a hateful person, whether you're sober or not. And you were completely out of pocket last night. Completely out of pocket. And I think it's because you're a hateful person. You're a soulless person. And you feel like you're untouchable. You think that your channel won't be taken from you. And you feel very emboldened by the fact that YouTube gave your channel back. Eventually, Chantal, the karma checks get cashed. Sometimes a little bit, sometimes a lot, but they do get cashed. And you got a whole lot of checks sitting in a vault waiting to get cashed. And they all might get cashed at once when you least expect it. Your income is YouTube. And you really need to think about that. If you want to run your channel into the ground, so be it. But you do not have to go out of your way to hurt or trigger people. If you're sick of your channel, if you don't want to do content, then do something else. Something that makes you happy. If you're getting to the point where you're like Amberlyn Reed, because even as much money as Amberlyn Reed makes, she went through that period of just being so spoiled and entitled that just doing a simple live stream ticked her off. It sounds like you're going through that same thing, that you're so spoiled and entitled that spoiled entitlement has gotten you all burned out. You're completely burnt out on everything YouTube. But rather than change the record and make it fresh and positive, you want to stick to the same system and be offensive. And more people are turning away from you. Buck says, "If desperation and unhinged had a face." Dang it, I lost my place. Where'd it go? Okay. Yeah, desperation and unhinged had a face. Sarah Marie says, so this is how pathetic we are. Driving to Montreal every day, waiting until Nader can come get some money. Also, peep the eyes. Yeah, I spotted those eyes. That's not sober. So she was driving there not sober. Hunky says, remember, you can delete the videos all you want. The internet is forever and they've been re-uploaded. You can't pretend you didn't say those awful things. Remember, this next time you claim people hate you because they are fat phobic. Yeah, the internet is forever, Chantal. You know, the internet remembers, the Pepperidge Farm remembers, the reaction channels we remember, and we don't let people forget. We won't. That's why you hate the reaction channels, because I'm sure you would love it if there were no reaction channels calling you out on your nonsense. And that way you would be free to make your live streams, put out whatever narrative you wanted. And then if you wanted to deflect or dodge or duck or weave or change things around, nobody would know. But the reaction channels are the counterbalance to your bullshit. We are the other side of the scale. For those people that are watching you and getting confused and getting frustrated, that's what the reaction side is for. For those people who look at you and go, well, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right, it don't feel right, there's the reaction side of YouTube. They can come over to our side once they wake up and see the light. You don't like us because we tell the truth. You say that we make up lies. That's not possible, because we take the video clips that you post on your channel and we react to them side by side with our commentary. So how can we make stuff up? How can we do it if we are adding our commentary to what you're saying and people are watching us and you together? It's not possible. Okay. Old Fart Cartel says taking Nader out so he can scope out new women to add to his harem. Let's see next. Jen says she's a lost cause. No point of watching or commenting. Just stop viewing and subscribing and let her channel die off. Or for anybody that wants to watch Chantal, if you're on Foodie side of the fence, like I said, there's the reaction channels. There are so many funny, talented, artistic, creative people in the reaction community. We're all different. We all have our own sense of style and delivery. Some people are serious about it. Some people are funny. Some people are funny and serious. And the bonus is, if you're on Chantal's side of the fence and you're frustrated because you're not going to pay that $5 membership, you're frustrated because you watch her videos but you can't talk to her, you can go into a reaction channel chat room and talk there all you want for free, and the reactor will pay attention to you. You can be part of the crowd. You can be part of something versus being pushed out by Chantal because she's so focused on that ridiculous paywall. So just think about it. Just think about it. Do you want to be part of something, or do you want to be treated like some lowly peasant by Chantal and ignored? It's up to you. Harley says she was so drunk and high on her now deleted live. I don't think she could find her butt with two hands, let alone drive. I do believe she got up this morning when he called her and grabbed whatever she could off the floor that had the least amount of stench and threw it on, sprayed on about 10 different scents in her nether regions, and headed out the door. Yep, sounds about right for Chantal. Sounds about right. See, I don't get Chantal. She wants to be around Nader so bad. And she's been around him. She knows that he's someone, he likes a clean house and he prefers Dee Dee's company. And I'm sure Dee Dee takes a shower. She takes care of herself. I don't get it, y'all. Why is it that she can be around Nader? She's been around Dee Dee. She sees what Dee Dee is like. She sees that Dee Dee takes care of herself. If you're a person and you want to be with somebody really, really bad, like Chantal wants to be with Nader, wouldn't that motivate you to take a shower, to be more clean, to clean your house, knowing that that's what that person likes and what they're attracted to? I mean, that would make sense to me. You see what that person, what their lifestyle is, and yet your lifestyle is just the opposite. It is not appealing to that person at all, which means they will not spend time with you. They'll spend time with other people. So I sometimes question how much passion she has for him, really. Because she really, 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 really want to be with Nader, she would put herself together and be more clean and be more on the money with her hygiene. Jackie says you don't seem to be glowing today, more like hungover. Yeah, she looks like she's still feeling whatever it is she did the night before, like something's still in her system. Let's see. I'm looking for a good comment. My cat is judging you, says, I know a thing or two about self-loathing, but you have to really, truly hate yourself to live this way. Humiliation, squalor, degradation, depravity, disease, and a slow, lonely self-hurt. It's next level. If there is a sliver of self-respect left in you, Chantal, get help. Maybe start by surrendering the cats. You say you love them, but if you even do, it's buried in the monster you become. Let someone take care of them. They are innocent and shouldn't suffer because of you. I've been yelling and screaming about that for the longest. I've just been saying that the most human, decent thing that Chantal could do is give the cats to another person. A little observation about Chantal. I've known people in my life that were addicts, and I've seen the different levels that people go through when they have an addiction. And if whatever you're addicted to, if it gets to a really intense level, all you want to do is whatever it is you're addicted to, that's all you care about. That's your entire focus all day, all night. And anything else that is not connected to whatever it is you're addicted to, you will ignore and you look at as a burden. You look at as dead weight. You look at it as troublesome. And she is addicted to Nader and she's running around doing the chemicals. She wants to pursue kind of a hedonistic lifestyle. She wants to indulge herself. It's about self gratification. She's living life very selfishly. And I say, if she wants to live that life, the kindest thing she can do is give the cats to somebody who does not have that point of view. The cats are suffering. They need care. They need constant care. And all she cares about is being around Nader. She's at the point with Nader where she wants to be with him. And she knows that her living with Pete is a bone of contention. Her and Nader have had fights about it. So she looks at Pete anymore as dead weight because there's nothing more that she can take from Pete's. And there's nothing more that he could give her. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have money. So she can't take money from him. You know, all of his credit cards are charged up. What else could she take from Pete's? He's just another expense to her. The same thing with the cats. Even though the cats are there to love on her and be her pets, she looks at them as just another expense that she has to deal with. Something she has to spend money on for cat food and cat litter and all of that. She knows that Nader doesn't like the cats. He doesn't like Pete's. And she's got it locked up in her head that if she wants to be with Nader, she's got to get rid of the dead weight. So she's neglecting everything but Nader. In a way showing him, look, I don't care about these things. I care about you. Well, guess what, Foodie? Even if you got away from Pete, even if you gave the cats to somebody, he's still not going to be in love with you. He's still not. You can make every aspect in your world attractive to Nader. He's still not going to be in love with you. He's not that person. He just isn't. But I agree. She needs to surrender the cats to someone who will do right by them. They deserve it. They've been living in filth. They've not been eating very well, obviously. There's got to be lack of food in the house because Sam is coming after BBJ because, just lack of food. I'm sorry. I've had multiple cats in the house. I've lived with like 4 cats in my house before. They never fought over food because there was always enough. Cats fight over food when there's not enough. That means she's not feeding them the way she should. That upsets me. But Chantal is selfish. She's got that way of thinking of, I don't want it, but I'll be doggone if I let you have it because it's mine. She's like a selfish, greedy child that way. Even though this is my toy and I haven't played with it for about a year and it's dusty and I haven't touched it in about a year, I'm still not going to give it to you just to make you mad. I'm not going to give it to you. That's how she looks at the cats. Just one of her possessions and nothing leaves Chantal. Nothing. Big Mama says, gotta run and pay the deposit for the apartment, huh? Yeah, that might be what all this running around is all about. Like the feverish running around, just trying to lock everything down so he can move in pretty quickly. Let's see, next. Never remember to forget says, by the way, when I tried to find Foodie Beauty, I had to scroll past 21 other videos before one of her videos from her channel showed up. Yikes. Yeah, that means she got shadow banned. And for those who don't know what that means, shadow ban means you still got a channel. It's just that you are not at the top of the page for the search. Like there might be other videos ahead of you. That's shadow banned. And I noticed that too, that she was also shadow banned. Bunny Angel says, so you obviously drove drunk, and by this picture you're hungover. What will it take for you to stop this madness? You're going to kill someone. For freak's sake, Chantal, get help. I hate to say it, y'all, but I think it's going to take something really extreme to stop Chantal. It could be a medical emergency. It could be her getting into an accident. Don't get it twisted. I'm not wanting those things to happen to her. I'm just saying she's that person that, life keeps throwing her hints and signs for her to change her ways and to change course. She don't want to listen. It's going to take something really scary for her to really basically get through to Chantal. I don't want something bad to happen to her, but it's going to take something really extreme for her to wake up. All right, guys, this video is over an hour. I'm going to go ahead and stop it here and post this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and please take care. Bye-bye.